Well, hello. Say hi, where you from? Who's painting with you? What are you drinking? How is everyone doing? This is such a fun painting to do. Summer nights. This is what it's all about. I haven't even poured my paint yet, so you're going to pour with me. So I am going to start with we need very little white paint. So I'm going to pour a little bit of white paint. I'll start just a drop. We're going to use some white for the lights and for the stars. Becky is here from Maryland. Hello, hello. Welcome. Amir, hello, welcome back. How are you tonight? Abel is here. Hello. And is it Gia? Jaya? You'll have to type it out for me. I've got Afrikaans phonetics. I love your painting. Thank you, thank you. Yes, awesome. K-Dog, how are you? Nice to see you. I was thinking of you today when I was walking downstairs to come set up. I'm like, I wonder if K-Dog's going to pop in. Sylvia's here from Oklahoma. Danea's here, painting a little later. That's awesome. And Vera's here from Winnipeg. Chilliwack Melissa is here. Welcome, welcome. Hi, I'm Pablo, and my son's with me in Argentina. Welcome. That is so neat. I hope you guys enjoy this painting. Welcome. Jeanette is here from Parksville, Trinidad and Tobago. Haley, welcome, welcome. Oh, thank you. Hello from Surrey. Hello, Anna. Oh, Annie. Oh, I'm sorry. Karen and Laura is here from Souk. Welcome, welcome. Louise is here from Toronto, late night painter. Ruth is here, rushed to do the dinners. Oh, I was cooking and eating all in an hour and doing some research in between. It's crazy. I missed you last week. So busy running errands. Life's busy again. Dishes so I could paint. Oh, there we go. I love that. Oh, it's jumping so fast now. Jennifer is here from Victoria. Leslie is here from what's that? Woodinville, Washington. Aldergrove, just watching tonight. That's all good, Kathy. I will soon be able to paint with you again. That's awesome. Charisse is here from Drumheller. Hope you are fine. I am perfectly fine, thank you. Lisa is here from Seattle. Hello from Abbotsford. I'm going to paint a few rocks tonight. Oh, I can't wait to see. And then Judith is here from South Delta. I think I'm all caught up. Not expecting too many people. I think as the nights get warmer out, people are outside this time of the night. But the cool thing is I post it, so they can always paint it a little later. I am thinking of when it gets warmer, I might sit up outside on the deck and we can all be outside. Debbie is here from Gibson's. It's been a while. Welcome back. Pamela is here. She's from North Dakota. She's just watching. Patricia, it's a wonderful day here today, ready to paint. But because of the time, I will paint tomorrow. There we go. It will be there for you tomorrow. And Stephanie is here. My mom and I are painting from Lethbridge, Alberta. Lethbridge, Alberta. I love this orange. The more I paint with this, the more I love it. It is so neat. I'm just pouring paint. I'm going to run through the colors in a second. I'm using a different red than that one, so know that it will look a little bit different. And a little bit of blue and some black. Oh my goodness, these These little lids are so hard to open. Akasha is here. Hello, doll. Welcome, welcome. I would love to see you painting outside. Wouldn't it be nice, Jeanette? I think it would be so neat. I've got a few flowers on the deck. It's beautiful. We have lots of trees. My neighbor has the biggest blossom tree in the backyard. It's beautiful. Akasha says, how are you? I'm good. How are you? How are you doing? All right. And a little bit of black. Look at me all in a row here tonight. Some days I'm so messy and other days it's like let's do a row of colors. Look at that. So we have just a teensy bit of white. We're going to use the white for some stars and in the lights there. And then I've got my yellow, my orange going into the red and then into the blue. On this one, I didn't do it. I didn't add a little bit of white here, but I like to add white between the red and the blue. So we'll do that tonight. So you can see the difference. So this one, there's no white. And then when I'm going to do it tonight, when I get between these two, I'm going to add, so those two, I'm going to add a little bit of white. And then we have our black for our trees. And then for brushes, I have a bigger brush, my big full bit. I'm just going to use this one. That's going to be for the background. I have a round brush. This is a bigger round brush, but I'm going to use that for the line and for the lights. And then I have my medium full bit, and that one is going to be for my little trees over here. So that's it. For brushes, I have paper towel, my water, and this is the last canvas in the house. Can you believe it? I'm running out. Tomorrow I'm going shopping. This is my 12 by 16 stretched canvas. Shopping day tomorrow. All right. Hi, Freedom. Excited to paint tonight. That's awesome. Welcome, Alicia. Kasha, hubby, get me some new paint and brushes, and I'm super pumped and excited. I got my Mother's Day gift early. Oh, lucky you. That's awesome. Alexis is from Nanaimo. She's just watching. Virginia and Sequim, Washington. All right, there you go. From Danica is here from Victoria and Wendy from New Westminster. I've got friends that live out there. All right, I want to get rid of the welcome. Sorry, colors again. I'm going to run through them again. Let's get rid of that. And go back there. All right, I'll run through it again. What time is it? Just after 6. So you're going to need little bits of white. This is for the stars, and for the lights, you're going to need some yellow, and then orange, red, and then blue and black. So these are your colors for the sky. I'm watching tonight. Nancy is here. And Akasha's sister, my sister lives there. Oh, there we go. That's so awesome. I wanted to tell you guys, my Mother's Day flowers for mom, there's 6 paintings. It went live. I saw today that the emails didn't go out to notify everyone. So tomorrow a big newsletter is going out. If you are not signed up for my newsletter, when you go to the event on the Facebook group under discussion, not under discussions, about details, I think it's called, or about, you'll see the link to sign up for the newsletter. And then there'll be more information about this series. Isn't this cute? So it's mini paintings. So that's going out tomorrow. Oh, the sunflower is my favorite. And that's available if you're a Discover Your Inner Artist member. You have access to it. If you are a Paint Night member, there's a coupon for you. If you are not a member, I'll send out the link where you can sign up for that one. And it releases a painting a day. But I think by tomorrow we'll be on painting 5. So if you sign up by the weekend, you'll have access to all of them. Very exciting. Camilla is here from Queensland. Love the flowers. Aren't they cute? Wish me luck. I've never used this brand of paint. You have to tell us what it is. We'd like to know. Are you guys ready to paint? I think we should just start. Lots of blending. For those who don't know me, my name's Frida. I'm the owner and founder of Zealous Art. I do fun art, not fine art. I will encourage you to have fun, relax, make it your own, let your inner artist come out to play. Don't hold back. If you have any questions, pop them in the question. There's people in here that's been painting for a year. So if I miss it, someone will answer you and then we can talk about it. So don't be shy to ask questions. If you have other questions, just ask away. We are here to chit chat and just have a good time. It's all good. It's Michael's Craft Smart acrylic paint. Oh, you're going to love it. So everything I keep saying about the heavy bodied acrylic paint. So with the Craft Smart, it's the same. How many paintings are you doing today? Just the one. We're just going to do this one. Just that one. All right, shall we start? I like to wet my brush. Wet my brush, and then we're going to start off with the yellow. And I like when I do these brush strokes, my brush is a little curved, so I kind of go like this. You can go straight if you want to, but I kind of like to have it a little bit of a curved brush strokes as I apply the colors. I do move fast because I want the colors to blend together. If I'm going to paint yellow and wait for you and then do the orange, they're not going to blend together. But if you fall behind, just ask questions. It's all good. Breathe, have fun. And we're going to start off with the yellow, picking up lots of paint. When I pick up paint, I push down with the brush right into the paint like this. I never scoop paint, because if you scoop, it flies everywhere. So just push down like that. And then just start big brush strokes. Don't forget to breathe. You can paint around the edges if you have a box canvas. So I do this whole corner with yellow. Did I say orange? Yellow. I'm going to start picking up a little bit of yellow with the orange. So yellow, and then just the tip of my brush, I'm going to dip it into the orange like that. And then start a little bit above the yellow. I'm going to go with the orange. Oh, I forget how strong this one is. Drag it out. I'm moving up a little bit. And then I'm going to go back down to blend those together. Move your brush in between the two. Go a little bit further down and then back up again. It's not a thick layer of paint. It's like you're rubbing it right into the canvas. It's my bigger Filbert brush. If you have a flat one, that will be good too. But you want to use a bigger brush to apply the paint here. Lots of paint. Remember to breathe. When I'm moving back into the yellow, it's less pressure with the brush. So over here, I'm pushing down. You can see how the bristles kind of bend over. And then when I get closer where the two colors are blending together, it's much lighter with the brush stroke. And then as I go further, I push a little bit harder. I'm going to go a little bit higher with the orange. It's a bigger canvas. I want a little bit more orange. These little dry bits in my paint. You can use also very little water to help spread out the paint, but you don't want water sitting on your brush because that would just run down and lift the paint. I'm picking up more orange with a little bit of red. Again, you can see just a wee bit in there. And then above the orange, put that down and then start blending it in with the orange. See, soft transition from the one color to the other. The This one's a little bit more pink. When I pick up colors now, I'm right in between the two, kind of playing like that. Could even use a bigger brush for this background if you have one. Working down into the orange and then back into the red, back down. While it's still wet, you can do that. When it starts drying, moving around there, it's not going to blend together. I love that tequila sunrise. I might need more red paint. Definitely need more red paint. It's up to you how much red you want in there. I'm going to go to up to here with the red, so only this corner is so dark with the blue. How are you guys doing? Are you breathing? The colors, look at that. Love all the streaks in there. Just want to make sure you cover the whole canvas. Don't rub the paint off. All right, so now I want to go into some blue, but my blue is so dark, I am going to lighten it up a little bit. This time I am washing my brush. So I'm getting rid of all the red. Not all of it, but most of it. Give it a good wash. Tapping it. I'm going to pick up some blue, but with my blue, I'm going to pick up a little bit of white paint. Like that. Just both of them. I like blending on the canvas. I'm going to go right above the red here and apply this. And then I'm going to work my way into the red. And blue and red is going to give you a little bit of a purple color, which I'm all good with. And blend this together a little bit. Wipe my brush and just move around the paint that's there. See, now I got a little purple in there. Going into the red, back into the blue, into the red, back into the blue. And then more blue and white. And then go really dark with the blue in the corner. See how it looks with just the blue, and then I just blend the two together. Move my brush in between the two. So I'm not picking up more paint, just moving the brush in between the two. Going further down, going back up. And if you feel you really want to go very dark in this corner, you can even pick up a little bit of black to make that corner really dark. We'll see if I want to do that. Lots of moving of the brush. Normally when I sit down, my arm gets tired, but when I am standing, I don't feel it so much. It's funny. I'm going to wash my brush, give it a good wash. And then just move a little bit in between these two, just to blend it a little bit more. Like that, a little bit more. Looks really dark, but you can see it's pretty light. If you like all these streaks. If you are joining the Friday Nights painting, we're just going to do those colors. The African sunset. And that's it. That's all I'm going to do. I think I like it like that. Might make this a little bit more curvy. That's okay. I like it. I'll give everyone a minute to get that done. I love the bright colors. Thank you, Winnie. Isn't it? It's so happy, right? If it's so bright and colorful and grand blend looks great. Thank you, thank you. Shelley, thank you so much for the stars. Thanks for the love, Melissa. Did you guys see this scammer post today in the event? That they are selling tickets to this event? I found it really funny that the scammers are posting, if you're looking for tickets for this event, I'm selling it to less than the face value. I said, it's a free event. How much are you selling tickets for? Oh, I don't know. I guess they're not the sharpest tools in the shed. I've got my string lights on my patio. Christine is here. Hello, Frida. How's it going? Going great here in Taber, Alberta. Hi, Christine. It is going good, thank you. It turned out to be such a beautiful day. It is sunny out. It's lovely. Last week when we looked at the weather, it said something about it's going to rain. It looked like it was going to rain until June. But every day we've had the sun peek out. Every afternoon, I would guess. So funny. In South Africa, I lived on the Highveld, it was called. I lived in Boksburg, Benoni area, and they spoke about Highveld storms. So you'll get up and it's in the summer. You wake up and it's like 25 degrees. It's just so warm, but it's a dry warm. And the whole day is warm. By 3 o'clock, you see the clouds literally roll in. That song, Africa by Toto, where everyone jumps on the I guess it's bleachers, on the stands, and it sounds like thunder, and then they tap on their legs so that it sounds like the rain, and then it's the thunder, and then all of a sudden it goes quiet again. That's the Highveld storms. And I always felt like the last few weeks, or the last week here, we had Highveld We had afternoon West Coast sunshine because the sun comes out and it shines a little and then it just leaves again. Rainstorms on the Highveld used to roll in, it rains, and by 6 p.m. it's all sunny again, and so funny. All right, so if you are ready to move on, just type in ready, and then we're gonna draw out the strings for our little lights. I felt the rains down in Africa. Love that song. Oh, it's one of my favorites. Melissa is ready. Everything. Oh, wait. Evening. Sorry, I'm late. We'll watch and paint later. Sounds good, Rhonda. It's here for you. Kasha is ready and Debbie is ready. Rhonda's checking on us. Is everyone breathing? I love that. I've been doing a few private events. Oh, I see lots of people already. I've been doing a few private events, and I forget with the kids, I don't have to ask, are you breathing? Because the kids don't get it. But it's funny. With the adults events, I go, oh, don't forget to breathe. And then everyone's like, how do you know? I'm like, it's what we do. Ready, Freddy? I love it. The flowers look nice. Thank you. Yes, so after the event, I'll post the link to that course. There's a few people that message me, they're worried about the drawing. I have stencils in that course. So especially for the sunflower, I still struggle sometimes to freehand sunflowers. Took me a while to do it, but there's stencils for these ones. Even for this one. But this one was fun. OMG, I had to re-record those little flowers, but that was fun. All right, so we're gonna do these string lights, and you can have as many as you want. You can have your canvas go this way, any way you want to. What I like to do with the strings is let my string have a little bit of a curve in it. So when you do it, let it have a little bit of a curve because it's hanging down, right? And they don't have to, so mine goes from the one side to the other. You can have one go this way and they can cross in whichever way you want to. There's no right or wrong. These are your lights. You hung them. Make them any way you want to. Where can we find the flower canvases? Also ready. I'm going to post you the link, but it's in my online store. And tomorrow I'm doing an email too with some more information. There is 6 flowers in there. When I paint thin lines like this, I'm using my filbert brush, but I'm going to use it horizontally. You can see how flat it is. I find that doing lines with a flat brush a little bit easier than using a liner brush, especially because we're grinding it so far. So I'm going to use this brush. I use a little bit of water with the paint. Push down like that, mix it in just to thin it out a little bit. You want to make sure that if you're thinning out the paint like this, that if you pick it up and there's a drop, so if you hold it like that, there's a drop at the front, it's too much water. So blend it, mix it in a little bit more, like an ink consistency, just the fluid acrylic, a little thinner. Okay, so I got my black. And then I'm just going to do my lines, and you can decide where you want it to be. I'm going to start at the top here, just the tip. When you push down, it's going to be thicker, or you can just use the tip, so barely touching. I don't want to drag out the blue. It's okay if it's all squiggly. Look at that. And I'm going to go from this side, keep a little curve in the line, just take a breath and do it. You got this. And I'm going to take this one from here. I want to go right off the canvas. Keep a little curve and just drop it down there. Those are going to be my strings. And then with the same brush, I'm going to do these little lines underneath just to, these are the little bits where the lights are going to hang on. And you can decide how close or how far apart you want them to be. What is that? 5 centimeters, 2 inches, 2, 3 inches maybe apart. Maybe it's more. I don't know. I do like a little, almost like a little triangle. So do the lines and then just add these short little bits on there where the lights are going to be. And just kind of aim round about approximately the same distance apart. They're not perfect. They're just these little black marks. All a little different. Don't make it too complicated. Patio lanterns. There we go. I have to figure out where the camera is. That's all you're doing. So do the lines, and there's those little bits, and these need to dry before we can do the lights. And Rhonda is reminding us all to take a deep breath. I think this would be nice on like a long canvas. The top one maybe with some reds and the lights, and then have another long thin canvas underneath with some of the treetops. Like kind of play with it, or 2x4 pieces of wood. The top one with the string lights and the bottom one with some trees on it. There's all these ideas, only so many hours in the day. Just type in ready when you're ready to move on, and then we're going to paint some trees. If you want to do birds on a wire, same kind of background. These little, instead of having these little bits, you just have little birds. So kind of pull them right through and have little birds sit all over it. So fun. If you're in the membership, I have, there's quite a few paintings. There's one called Birch, Love Birch, because it's the two love birds on the birch tree. And in there, it shows you how to paint the little bird silhouettes. You could use those to paint little birds on here too. Ready for the trees. That's awesome. You're going to need a filbert brush for the trees. If you're using a flat brush, those will work too. Your branches would just look slightly different to mine, but it's the same technique. So you're going to still do the dabbing. Everything else is the same. It's just with a flat versus a filbert or using a round brush. Each brush just gives you different kind of leaves. So you can, if you want to have a forest of different trees, do one with a flat brush, one with a filbert, one with a liner brush, play around like that. Sherry is here and she's watching from Seattle. Oh, watching Seattle Mariners will paint this in the morning. Yes. Debbie is also ready. All right. I am going to lift my canvas a little bit over here. And again, same way that I picked up when I did the wire. A little bit of water on my brush, picking up some black paint. Keep the bristles together and flat like that. Right, really flat. And I'm going to start with a tree right here. I'm kind of going to go here and then angle them around there. I might do more tonight. Maybe I'll do five trees. Cindy Thompson is here and she's just watching tonight. All right, so I'm going to do one here, just a line down. You're barely touching, and don't worry if the line's not straight because you cover a lot of it. So that is step one for your tree. And then what I like to do is give my brush a little bit of a bad hair day. So just on the side of my water jar, I kind of just push down like that. Just don't bang it or anything. Just kind of mess up the hair. You can see that it's split up, just a little bit more loose. Barely touching at the top, barely touching. And then as I go further, I push a little harder and I go wider out. So barely touching. Always in the center because the center is more dense, and then you start going out to the side. Center, and then I start going wider. I'll come closer so you can see. So more in the center, and then I go out a little bit, go back in. Try not to make both sides look the same. And that's my first tree. If you want to give it a more of a little tip, I just turn the brush the other way and barely touching. Give it a sharper little tip. Just do it, Frida. Oh, I haven't drawn or painted in 5 years after watching you. I think I will today. Thank you. Oh, Cam, that's awesome. Yes, just do it. Please share with us what you do. And if you have any questions, you're welcome to message or post here. We'll help you. That's so awesome. All right, so take a deep breath in. We're going to do another one. Just a line down. I'm going to go slightly more kind of angled that way. Barely touching. Did it. Break up the hair. Bad hair day. That's a mess. Barely touching at the top. Make that center more dense. See how I'm going wider and wider and pushing harder and harder with the brush as I go further down. All right, let's do one more. I'll talk you through each one. And do another line. Let's go a little bit shorter. Down there. Bad hair day, just on the side of the water container, barely touching. Do a lot down the center and then go out. And add a little tip like that. Lying on my back, looking up to the trees. Is that neat? Let's do just the tip of a tree over here. Over there, maybe another one. I don't like 4. I like the idea of odd numbers. Like that. my 5 trees. Excuse me. There we go. You guys breathing? I love this one. It is a cutie, isn't it? Thank you, Ruth. Oh, are we sweating? How are we doing with the black trees? If you're doing more trees and want to add a little bit of a highlight to your trees, if you have gold paint, whenever I do a warm sunset like that, you can always do little highlights with gold. Oh, and tonight you can even add some gold to the lights. But I like to add highlights in there too. If it dries a little, I'll show you how I add highlights to the trees too. Because the light reflects on it, right? So there might be a little bit of yellow in there. Why not? All right, so is your black little bits dry? I want to make sure because we're going to do a little bit of, well, if you want to, a little bit of finger painting. Can't wait to try this one later. You're going to love it, Cindy. I like, sometimes I do, if I do paint cards as gifts, I'd use like red cardstock and yellow cardstock, and then I'll do these little lines, add the little lights to it and the trees. So fun. It's like I don't buy cards anymore unless it's like artsy cards. I seem to buy other artists' cards that they sell, but then I frame them. But from me, you're gonna get a hand painted one. Oh, you're welcome, Patricia. Nice to see you in here. All right, so we're gonna do the lights. Let me know how you guys are doing. Are you ready for the lights, or do you need a little bit more time for the trees? Are we spending more time on the trees? Let me know. I know the trees are fun. It's like slow down, Frida. Need to bake for you again soon. You know, that's so funny. I was thinking I need some. I bought a few things and I haven't baked, but maybe this weekend. And then you write this. That would be so fun. Yes. Maybe Happy got me a Cricut for Mother's Day, and I'll be making cards too. Oh, I love it. You're a lucky girl. My Cricut's on the shelf here. I hardly use it. I couldn't wait to get it, and now I hardly use it. It's really neat if you want to make yourself some stencils too. Debbie is ready. Oh dear, I'm late. We'll do it tomorrow. It will be there for you, Wendy. I hope you're doing well. Breathe and onto the lights. Yes. Trees might be fun for you, but I suck at trees. Lol. Maybe it's expectation. Like if you want it to look a specific way, just keep trying. I bet if you show them to me, I'm gonna go, oh, but they're pretty. But it's not what you want, right? You gotta just work it. K-Dog, you may bake for me anytime. She bakes really good, Rhonda. Like everything she's made, like it's really good. I'm gonna use it for my resin. Yes, that's awesome. What am I baking? I just bought like sugar cookie stuff, and I bought lots of ginger because I love ginger cookies. And of course, chocolate chips, and I want to do some oatmeal cookies too. All right, let's do some lights. So we're going to start off. The first thing we're going to do, and it's not very clear on that one, but when the light's on, it has like a little bit of a shine around it. So we're going to create that first. And you're going to take a little bit of yellow and white paint on the tip of your finger, and you're going to rub it right here where you want the light to be. Can you see them on here? They're not very clear on this painting. I think when it dried a little see-through. So this is a painting from last summer. Right, so we're going to do that first. So under each of these little dots that you have, you're going to take a little bit of yellow and a little bit of white paint. And you're going to rub your finger in it. I'm going to show you. like that. Just like that on your finger. You're gonna use 2 fingers. So the one you're gonna put some paint down like that, and then you're gonna rub it with the other finger to make a little cloud like that. So dab a little bit of paint and then rub like that. Before you do this, hold your canvas in the air, make sure and touch, make sure that it's dry, because you don't want to spread the black paint everywhere. Right, so a little bit of yellow and then rub with the other finger so it goes all mushy like that. This one I want to do a little bit more. And you can make it as bright as you want it to be. I'm going to use a little water and tone this one down a bit. Too much. Oh, I like that. You can use a little bit of water too. It looks really bad in the on the video. A little bit more yellow. Barely touching, and then rub it in. If your paint starts drying in your finger, wipe it off and then just pick up wet paint again. Just a little bit more. Wipe your fingers in between. And that's what you want. It looks like a lot of paint on the video, that one. And don't worry, see all of this here, a lot of it's going to disappear because we're going to paint little white little bulbs on there. That's step 1. Step 2 is your small round brush. So your round brush, and then this time you're going to paint in a little bit of a round circle, a little bit more solid paint. I do need more yellow, a lot more yellow. So around your glow, you want to add a little circle inside. Your face is glowing this evening, looking very content. I had a good day, maybe it's showing. So my little dot, and then I do my yellow paint on the inside. Let's go round and round and add the little dots in. Glowing dots. See, I find that that one could use a little bit more glow. I guess it depends on how much of the yellow or the white I pick up. You could water down some paint and paint it on with a brush. I wouldn't try it with the water down with the finger because it would run. There's my little globes. little dots on the inside. I'm going to paint this on a rock tomorrow. Yes. Oatmeal cookies, I know, with some coconut and honey and but we'll see. If it's raining and cool, then I'll be baking. But if it's too warm, then I'll be outside. My allergies seem to be calming down. I still, every now and then, I still have a really husky voice. And then the last thing I would do is do some stars. So you could use a brush. I like hard bristle brushes or toothbrushes. If you're using a toothbrush to add the stars, you're going to put the paint on here. And I normally thin out the paint with a little bit of water. I don't have any more white paint. And then you pull back. You're going to pull back, and then it's going to flick to the front. And that's how you add the stars. But you want to make sure that you don't have too much paint on there. So if you're putting the paint on and it sits on top, when you're going to pull it back and flick it like that, you're going to have lines on your canvas. So you want to put the paint on and kind of push it in between the bristles, and then you're going to flick it. But if it's too much paint and you flick it with a toothbrush, it will make little lines. My husky voice makes me sound tougher on my business calls. Yes. It's just when I'm recording, it's a little bit hard. Like I'm constantly cleaning my throat. And where did you get the small canvases for the flowers? I buy them at Michael's with a coupon. I use the, I think it comes in a 9-pack. Yes, there's 9 in the pack. And I use a coupon to buy them. They have 2 different ones. But yeah, Michael's, and then there is some on Amazon. I just find that the ones on Amazon, they were not all the same size. So I don't know if it's just that brand, but it was under the Good Buys or something, Amazon special. And they weren't that great. All right. I'm going to use my dotting tools to do some stars. I also use wood blocks sometimes for these. So if you take a 2x4 and you cut it in smaller bits, you've got some really good pieces to work with. And then you can add some stars. All right, so I'm going to do my selfie and post it. So please come and share your painting. Show me what you're doing. If you painted a whole bunch of rocks, we'd like to see it. I remember when we just started doing this, people were even painting on ceiling boards. And someone painted on the back of a chair. One person painted on kitchen cupboards. I'm still waiting for her to send me photos. Can't wait to see it. Anyway, there's my few stars. All right, so that's your painting for tonight. I hope you had fun. Please share your photos. I'm going to do I'm going to share my selfie, so please come and post. Oh, Miriam, I'm sorry. But it's getting posted. It will be there in 2 minutes, and then you can start. You can watch it. Good night, K-Doc. Night, and thank you, everyone. That's so awesome. All right, so I will see you guys next week. If you haven't signed up for Friday night, please do so. If you are in the membership, Friday night's event will only be in the membership by Monday, because it needs to record, and I don't think I'll have time to download it this weekend. So it'll probably only be there by Monday. You're welcome, Cam. I do hope that you pick up a brush and paint. Melissa, have a good evening. You too. You're welcome, Anvir. Good night. Thanks a million. You're welcome, Ruth. Thanks for doing this. Good night. Good night, Shelly. All right. So I'll see you guys. Look out for the selfie. Please share your photos. I can't wait to see it.